This episode, we have finally broken ground for our big single-story kitchen diner extension.
An extension that is going to completely transform our old crusty chalet bungalow into our dream family home.
And our plan is to get this extension up all by ourselves. From digging the foundations and pouring the footings,
It's like a big old turd, isn't it?
to installing a new high-end kitchen in just a couple months' time.
Last episode, you saw us build this mighty ramp in order to be able to get our digger access to our back garden.
Who's that stallion on a horse?
Now, this episode, you're going to see us using that digger to start building this extension. Come and have a look at my sloppy poo.
You'll see us get muckier than ever
So last hand dig.
and come across some problems that need just sheer labour to solve.
Trench behind us here has caved in.
And you're going to see us pour our crazy deep foundations that will allow us to finally start bricklaying.
It is all happening over here, guys.
He has tips.
So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss one bit of the journey. Let's get into the episode. Okay, so this corner of the house behind me here is the part that we're starting to tie in our back wall of our kitchen extension. Now, I've got to mark it all up, so we're going to start measuring up and marking up now. Just so you're in the loop, our foundations are 600 millimeters wide, which is pretty standard. Anyway, let's start marking this up, getting lines run, getting spray paint out, and then start digging these foundations. It's been too long. Let's go. First things first though, we've got a little concrete slab that needs removing. It's kind of buried in the ground here where we need to dig, so we're going to hand get it out.
Please, one big slab.
There you go. Right, explain to me what's going on again.
Just simple little measurement.
Simple little Pythagoras, yeah.
A bit of Pythagoras' theorem.
Now, marking out these trenches needs to be taken super seriously, as it's really important that these trenches are square and plumb to the existing building.
Okay, so we are officially all marked up behind me now. You can see our outside of our dig line for our foundations here. We've been living by that saying, measure 3 times, cut once, but this time dig once. Anyway, we've got to dig 1.8 meters deep, and that is very, very deep, so we best start digging. It's gonna be a lot of soil and clay that comes out of this ground. First, let's check what the boss, Nikki, thinks. I think she'll be happy. What do you think?
Wow, looks really good. Very straight lines. How did you get me so straight?
Oh, I balled it.
Okay.
I'm joking. Building control, brackets Nikki is signed off. So we're ready to start digging. Let's go. You're gonna go at it straight? Or are you gonna go down the right?
I'm gonna go straight in there, mate, yeah. .8 is there.
Alright, so I'm not far off. Hell, man.
About 20 off. Serious overkill.
These trenches we're digging seem extremely deep, 1.8 metres for just a single story extension. So we're wondering, how deep have you had to dig foundations on your projects? I wonder what the deepest dig is amongst our watchers. Let us know your depths in the comments below.
It's fair to say we're getting into our groove on digging now. We've got some momentum. This 1.1 ton digger is kind of limiting us a little bit though, because it's not really got the strength to pull this thick clay out easily. So that access has proved a bit of a problem now, but we're picking up momentum and we're getting there. Anyway, wish us luck.
That's 1.8, that is, mate.
Is it?
1.8.
So after an afternoon of digging, the boys managed to get one of the long sides dug. However, we were not expecting to wake up to a bit of a big problem the next morning.
So, good morning everybody. You might be able to see that the trench behind us here overnight has caved in, which is so annoying, but is apparently quite a common thing to happen.
Yeah, we were talking to my brother-in-law's dad this morning, who is a builder and has been for years, and he was giving us a little bit of advice about what to do now.
He was saying option one is you could just leave the trench as it is, dig it out so you get the straight edges and fill it all with concrete. But this could mean more money on concrete.
Sometimes just fill the whole thing with concrete.
The other option is more labour intensive, and that is to kind of batten and board it and shutter out these trenches.
OSB down the trench with 4x2s at the bottom, up probably about 8 inches.
Basically using a ton of OSB board, which is going to cost us about £400 extra, which we weren't expecting to spend.
I'm sure it would look like a neater job if I did all that. I'm just trying to work out, it will take me a lot longer.
Yeah.
First off, I've got to move this whole pile of clay we've got in the middle here and get it kind of off the back of this bank here. Let's go.
Right, we bought some OSB board. It is in the back of the van here, and it's time to cart them down to the back garden and get the boys to start making the shutters. We've got Alfie and Saj over today to help us, and it's going to be a good day. We're excited for it.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
Very good, very
I
good.
watched the video yesterday, thanks.
Did you watch it?
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
cheers, appreciate that.
Brilliant. I thought that bit with the digger going down was brilliant.
Thank you very much. You've got to love wholesome moments like that with this lovely community we live in. Some people are so friendly.
I'd just like to take a quick moment to further this point, because we honestly couldn't have had moved onto a better road. We try and take you guys along this renovation journey with us by telling you every little bit of what's happening in our reno lives. But in last week's video, we feel the narrative might have been misunderstood by a few watchers, inciting a few negative comments towards one of our neighbours, the owner of the private lane. Although we understand your comments are completely in support, the last thing we want is to make anyone feel uncomfortable reading our comments. These neighbours have been on this road long before us and have never actually denied us the access to the road. It just turned out easier for us to build our own means of entry and guarantee fast, instant access whenever we wanted. Enough said on this matter, let's just try and spread some peace and love, especially during this festive season.
What are you building, Saj?
Nothing.
A little bed for yourself, mate.
Mate, this is where I'm going to sleep from now on when it's concrete, you know?
Yeah, a little coffin almost.
Got a bit of a situation.
He has tipped.
Well, I haven't fully tipped.
There you go.
Right, Nick, tuck it! Tuck it! What am I, a fucking car wash? What's going on there?
Nice. The lanky boy's got it.
Alfie's lucky boxes are on. Everybody!
Right, I'm on a mission to make these boys a really, really yummy lunch, and it's kind of been my thing the last few weeks. I've been enjoying making enjoyable lunches because everyone works so hard, so it's good to make some nice things for everyone. So I've got some southern fried chicken in the air fryer, and then I've got some baguette with cheese in it, tomatoes and salad. So hopefully the boys will be happy with that.
8 3/4.
Oh wow, that's quite good.
Alright, little update for you. We are 2 boards, what would you call them? 2 shutters in. We've got 1 more shutter to go for this side bit here behind me. And then 1 trench is dug. I don't know why you do what you do.
So now it's time to start digging the other side. However, we soon realised that just like the first side, there was a huge concrete slab in the way that needed to be cut out before we could actually start digging. So the boys are still digging behind me and it looks super dark, but it's actually only 4:10. So we've got some lights going on outside and we're just gonna crack out this dig so we can at least put one set of OSB boards down there, because we've got the inspector coming in 2 days time and we need all of this dug and OSB before she comes. And yes, it's a she this time. I'm just really hoping that we don't go into the soil pipe, because that means our toilet is redundant for a little bit until we can get it re-hooked up properly. So fingers crossed. I'm also doing this really fun thing this year where I've been every week putting a riddle. What?
Self-proclaimed fun thing.
Self-proclaimed fun thing, where I am putting a riddle up on our little whiteboard every week, and whoever comes over has to answer the riddle. So can you guys answer this one? What can go up a chimney down but can't go down a chimney up? If you know the answer, pop it in the comments below.
You looked so concerned when I was like, wait, you were like, what?
What? It's just fun though, and I think this doesn't have to just be a Christmas thing, guys. This can be every video.
How fun!
You're welcome.
So, good morning guys. It is bright and early here. Well, it's not bright, but it's early. It's 7:45 AM. And we are officially in a race against time today. We've only got the foundations about half dug, and we've got the building inspector coming around tomorrow to sign these foundations off. We've got a lot of digging to be done today, especially when you bear in mind the size of that digger isn't too big and strong to be able to pull out these 1.8 meter clay foundations. It's struggling a little bit. We're getting through it, but it takes its time. Anyway, on that note of taking time, I've got to start digging. So wish us luck, and hopefully we can get all of this foundations dug today in time for the inspector tomorrow, in time for the concrete pour on Friday. Wow, we got a lot to do. Let's go.
How you feeling, Doug?
Yeah, banging.
Did you
great morning so far.
Did you know what you had in store for today when we texted you saying come over?
You think I was expecting this? Absolutely not.
You probably should have said.
Yeah, a heads up would have been nice.
You're going to be knees deep in a trench all day.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling, in all honesty, I'm feeling pretty stressed.
Yeah. I'm glad you were honest. I'm glad you were honest.
Horrible this morning.
He has.
I've been very horrible, but the building inspector's here tomorrow, and we're going back on ourselves a bit.
Yeah, but from now we're not.
From now, we're not. Touch wood.
The reason why Harry was feeling so stressed was because these two shutters over here on this side actually got really warped overnight. Basically, yesterday we didn't put enough noggins in between them, so when more clay caved in overnight, the shutters weren't able to do their job properly and they got completely bent inwards. So we had to get them back out with the help of the digger and attach 3 times the amount of noggins to make sure this doesn't happen again. I feel like we haven't yet shown you how we're making our shutters. Me and Alps are about to make 2 now to put into the side of the trench, so come join us in making these shutters. Out a bit more, Alps. It is safe to say that our mates have been dropped right in the deep end with us today, and we are so grateful that they are here to help. Things would take double as long without them, and they add so much positive energy when we're having crazy days like today.
Have you got enough room to turn there? You got it next.
Right, Doug, if you go that end.
Yeah.
It should wedge on the walls anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Did
it
it
there.
get Doug's way at all, or is it good?
A little bit.
Yeah.
There we go, we're in.
Yeah, we're in.
Just slide now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Like a glove.
That was nice.
Right, I've been so bad at filming today because we are in such a race against time. Obviously the inspector's coming over tomorrow, but we don't know what time she's coming over until tonight, so we do need to make sure that all of this is done. We currently have almost all of the trench dug. We've got that last back wall to do. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the shutters in out of 8. It just feels like every time we do something, we come across something where we have to get really wet and sludgy and muddy to fix it. But I do believe we are going to get this done today. How are you feeling?
Tired, but good. We're getting there.
We are.
We're getting there.
Now it's time to dig out the final trench of this back wall. And whilst Alfs is doing this, we need to continue measuring up to make sure the trench doesn't go off at an angle. It seems those lovely spray painted lines the boys did at the beginning of the week didn't last very long.
I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, let her ties in the hearse. I've been on the.
And by the end of what felt like a very long day, we did manage to dig and shutter all of the trenches. What a crazy day. Tomorrow we'll show you what it actually looks like before the building inspector comes over.
So it is officially Judgment Day, the morning of the building inspector coming to see our trenches. We've got a couple final bits to do this morning. We've got to build a couple more small shutters to go on top of these shutters in the area where it's really fallen in, just so that we don't waste our money on buying unnecessary concrete, so we can kind of shutter this off and just keep it 600mm wide. Other than that, just a couple small jobs to be done. We're nearly at the finish line for Christmas. Are you feeling festive, baby?
I'm feeling so festive. I've got a whole chicken in the air fryer for you, babes.
You got a whole chicken in there?
That's how festive I'm feeling.
Let's go. Also, a little side note, sorry I've looked like such a scrab all week with such a long beard. I didn't really realise how out of control it was getting. I've trimmed it back now. Hopefully less scrubby, less buildery. Felt like a right old trench monkey all week.
Really treating the boys today because I'm editing inside. They're obviously finishing up the trenches before the building inspector comes, and I've made them a roast chicken, which is crazy. So I'm gonna cut that up, do a little bit of bacon with it, and put that in a wrap and have it as like a Caesar wrap type of thing. Because these boys deserve it. They have been going balls to the walls. Alfie even had football training last night from 9 till 10, and I was just like, how? Because my body when I woke up was just aching so bad. So yeah, let's treat them with a bit of nice food, shall we? Now the trenches are complete, we just need to sit back and wait for about an hour before the inspector comes over, and hopefully she'll give us the all clear to pour concrete tomorrow. What an exciting week.
Delicious, look at that.
One's got a bite out.
Pre-match meal.
So the inspector came round and we have some really good news. She signed off all of the trenches and all of the OSB boarding, and she said just crack on with your pouring. So that is what we're doing today. It is about 8:30, 9 a.m. right now, and our concrete trucks are coming at about 11. So we've got a couple hours to put some stakes in the side to make sure we've got some pegs so we know how level to make this concrete. Harry is currently pumping any water at the bottom of the trench that accumulated overnight, which wasn't too much actually. And then we can start cracking on with the big boy stuff. Let's go. Right, I think I can hear the concrete truck outside the front. So let's go have a little look. Oh yeah, he's here. Oh, I can hear it.
Here she blows. She's gonna blow.
It's As we pour this concrete, you might be thinking, this has been a massive job for a few DIYers to take on. And you're not wrong. We are knackered and our brains are completely fried. But we'd love to mention our architectural designers at this point, as they have helped us properly plan out every step along the way. And they are the team over at Arkiplan. If you guys have an extension or major renovation plans in the pipeline, then thank us later, as this company definitely is for you. They've not only provided us with detailed structural engineer plans of exactly how to build our extension, from the foundations up, but have helped us tweak our plans countless times to really build this into our dream home. We couldn't believe how affordable their architectural packages were, at least half the price of any traditional local architect we originally spoke to. And if you do use Arkiplan, be sure to let them know we sent you by using code NANDH, which will bag you an extra saving of £100 off. More on this company in future videos, because they've honestly been a godsend for us in helping us do our very own DIY extension.
Officially on that final stint of trying to get it all level. Tapering out with a spirit level, bit of raking. And we're there.
Sounded like Bear Grylls then.
What?
I don't know why.
And we're there. So we have officially made it. We have smashed out these foundations. They're looking nice and level. And we're pretty chuffed with the result. They are so much better than the first foundations we laid for the front retaining walls. So much more flat, bob on. I'm chuffed with them. What a week, guys. What a week. Can't wait for Christmas now. So it's officially 3 days until Christmas. I think it's 3 days. And we are gonna be taking a bit of a well-needed break over Christmas.
Yeah.
We're not going to be posting on next Sunday, which is the one between Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, the 29th, it's a no-go.
But we will be back again on the 6th, I believe.
Is it?
Maybe the 5th, the 6th, the 5th, the 6th.
The weekend after, next.
But foundations are in, and we're so excited about that.
So excited. And it means we finally can start doing the bricklaying and getting the rest of this whole extension up. And apparently it doesn't take that long to get the shell up. I've been told.
The shell's coming. So have an awesome Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
And we are going to see you in 2025.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Maybe put down what your New Year's resolutions are going to be.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, because I'm going to make a little list for myself, but I'd like some inspo.
Anyway, have a great Christmas and a happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.